nothing scream, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another iteration of the Hotlap series and track guide by yours truly, Zach O'Reilly, here at Simsational TV for AK Racing. Now, this is for Wednesday Cup, the season opener, and it's like season 14 or 15 or something like that of the Wednesday Cup. Absolutely massively successful. Cannot wait to get it on board and all up and firing for everyone in Sundry. It's going to be incredible. And these cars are one fast and grippy car. They are the Formula Master. Let's have a quick look at them while we've got them here. Actually, let's go to the old free cam and see what we can do. Have a look at these things. It is a very dirty car, yes, I admit. The Hotlap video I did had many off-track excursions trying to get used to these things. But boy, oh boy, are they cool. And they look simsational, if you don't mind me saying. Look at that, it's even got the Intrepid Go-Kart driver program sponsorship there. And the AK on the back as well. Very, very handy. But what a specimen. And these cars are doing 1 minute 28s around the island. So nothing to shy about. And the Wednesday Cup server is heating up. But have a look at this. Beautiful front wing, rear wing setup. Looks like a mini Formula One car from back in the day with some dated nose cone architecture, but the rest of it is absolutely fantastic. Can't wait for these to get around the circuit and racing. So why not? Let's do exactly what we normally do, and let's go for a educational lap around Phillip Island. What a circuit. One of the best circuits in the world, if you don't mind. Shame it's not on many calendars out there. It needs to be on the Formula One track, I reckon. That would be incredibly cool. But nonetheless, here we go. We are about to commence the lap here. And we're in 6th gear. And we are absolutely flying down the straight. 260 odd Ks before we get into turn 1. And just get it dipped in there before the 50 metre board. Turn the car in full throttle, as you can see here. I can put it up there so you can see. Full throttle still, the car de-accelerates hard onto the brakes as we get into turn 2. Very, very tricky corner this, and you can see that I've ran a little bit wide. Many, many different ways you can take this corner as well, and it's a bit reflective on your exit this corner because it is off camber and then it's downhill. So the car has a tendency to slide here, and you can just see my minor steering corrections balancing the car in the rear end because it wants to gallop away on you a little bit. But I've got that aced. So we go, we'll keep going here, down. Across the turn 3, down the hill. And speed it up. Speeding away. 4th gear, 5th gear, 230 Ks, 240, nearly 30 odd Ks by the time we hit the brakes, which is, as you are seeing here, right about now, just at the 75-ish metre board. Slam it through the gears. 3rd, 2nd gear as we're coming through. And you can see, as I'm turning in, I am already mid-track here. I'm getting right in. There's many ways to take this line, this corner circuit. I can't even speak. This corner of the circuit. And it's really, really important that you maximize your apex speed through here and your exit, which is what we're about to get to here. So I've got in, and I'm still on the brakes a little bit. Just a little bit of steering correction, but I'm on the throttle already, and the counter steer starts to come because the rear just wants to kick out on me a little bit, and you can see dancing itself, just a touch of oversteer, caught it at the last second, and that is a way you want to do it around that circuit. It is literally one of the funnest corners on this track, apart from this one coming up, I would say. Heavy braking into 3rd gear, sort of just as the ripple strips start to come into your vision, and again, mid-circuit, but a late apex and a slide out of it. If you throttle out of these, you can see we're full throttle nearly all of this lap on exit because the car just grips and rips. And it's fantastic to have a feeling of what a slip angle is, and it's so easy to achieve that in these cars. The next 2 corners are very, very, very simple. Let's just keep it going. Accelerate hard. Try to maximize the way around the circuit, the shortest route possible. And then coming up over into basically what they call is the dipper at Phillip Island. And we've seen many crashes here on MotoGP, and cars go wide into the fence as well. And this is also a very, very tricky corner to get right. So I'm already on the brakes, off the throttle, but sort of half throttle on the brakes a little bit and modulating the throttle through. And now I've caught the inside, but I'm too deep on the throttle already. See, I'm already lifting off and sort of thinking, hopefully I don't understeer wide, but I thought, bugger it, I'm going to make the corner, and I'll come right out wide, which means I'm going to have to dart in here to the 75 metre board and heavy on the anchors into second gear. Second gear is very important. Don't go too far on the inside of the circuit because it'll wash you out just like it does here for me. Caught it just at the right nick of time for some oversteer, and you stay mid-track here. You can see on the swingman camera, I'm sort of mid-circuit-ish on the exit. You don't hug the inside left. That's not the way to go around it, because that is just making the radius of this corner, which is a long one, mind you, longer and longer if you don't. So we'll go in slow motion here to see how I do it. And as you can see, we're already on the slide. The car is sliding, but on full beans, and it is a late apex because that is going to maximize your exit speed, which means you're turning the wheel for less. And that is exactly what you want to do here, because you can see there is basically no steering input at all at this point in time. The car is now accelerating forward onto the fastest corner and the final corner of the Phillip Island track as well. It's flat through here too, but there is a way that you have to get around this corner, and in this car, it is getting as close to the left-hand side ripple strip as possible, because you allow the car to run wide because when there is a lot of exit on the track, there is a lot of space to get out there, and you will see that once we come, there is a ripple strip coming our way. So it's full throttle through here, all the way through, just apexing late there. And now we can see we're drifting out wide, but I'm letting the car do it. I'm like, yeah, no, that's cool, because we've got this ripple strip here, which is on an angle, and it actually saves us. It actually saves you running completely off. So if you can get that right, that's incredibly important, because you will get absolutely sucked down the straightaway if anyone is behind you if you don't get that corner right. So it's very important. And once again, it's over before we know it. That's a 128.2 around the Phillip Island circuit, and it's not too shabby, I think, in the grand scheme of things, but a lot of improvement that I could have done if I do some more laps. But it is a track guide after all, not a perfectionist lap. Now let's go back to the turn 2, if I can get that right here. Here we go. So we've made our way around turn 1 successfully, and successfully means not out in the bunda onto the left-hand side. And we'll see what happens here just as a final point. So I'm braking at the 90 metre board, and the car has dove into the front wheels and lifted up the rear tyres. And you can see here, you're just modulating up throttle pedal up and down, and the brake pedal as well, up and down too, and then fully off it. And you can see that I've ran wide, but don't let that scare you, because the car will grip up and it'll pull you in. And this is another example that we all go on about each time I look at these Hotlap videos, and we see exactly where the track is going to be. So let's take off up into the sky. Let's have a look and zoom out if we possibly can. Hopefully you guys can see that. And what we're doing here is we're basically showing you what the angle is by the time we get around this corner, because you can sort of see there that it's really sharp on the bottom left-hand side of your screen where the ripple strip is, and then it sort of straightens out, and then it sharpens again up at the end. It's not a perfectly angular corner at all. It's a bit of everything here. We might actually even move it just a little bit. Let's just sort of go here. That's probably a better view. So you'll see why I'm out wide. And then if we go to about 3 times slow motion, you can see now that I'm coming in already. And if we look this way, the car is already wanting to point towards the exit. It's nearly pointing, the nose is nearly pointing. If you draw a straight line, it's nearly pointing at the start of the outside ripple strip up there on the right-hand side of the circuit. And we'll see exactly what happens here. So it's sliding, it's pointing it, but now I've already made the exit and I'm actually full throttle all the way, but that is where you want to be, because you can use all that exit if you want to. You can do that. I promise you can do that, just to gain some momentum out of the corner. And you can see relative to where I am, in terms of where the circuit is, I'm using all of the track, and it is a downhill section, as you can see. So we are uphill and then we come downhill. That is why the car decides to take off, and it's just gone. It's off into the sunset already. Let's go full speed and and talk about this next corner coming up, hard braking into the right hander. And we'll see, we'll go on board again. You'll see here that 5th gear already, but we're just about to hit the brakes here. We're just about to hit the brakes. And right after that 100-meter board, it all happens. You nearly have to blink just before you get the 100-meter board because you're going so quick. And when you navigate your way around this turn, we'll go to the right camera, a wide line which turns into a mid-corner sort of line, and the front has just locked up a touch there, is ideal because, again, let's go to the chopper cam and have a look up into the sky. You see what I'm talking about here when we enter the corner. So here I come. We're entering the corner now. And it is now a mid-apex. Right there. Right at the middle of the track. On the inside, that is where you want to be because now we will see the exit is pretty good. Even though I get a bit of oversteer, that is the fastest way around there. You have reduced the radius, is what the educational lesson is here. You've reduced the radius of the turn, but you've kept your mid-corner speed up, which means you're going to go around the corner faster, which means you're going to be faster up on the exit. Who doesn't want that? Everyone wants that. So a very, very important corner to get right as well. You can gain 3 or 4 tenths there as well by the time you get around to the end of your lap if you put it all together. But let's go for a full steam ahead on board. That is just traditions around here, so we might as well do it here for the final bit of the educational session here at Simsational TV. 6th gear, flat out, and we are not joking here, boys out there. 6th gear, just a slight touch of the brake, but the throttle's still on. Run it wide, 6th gear, 240 k's down into 3rd gear. Run a little bit wide there, just don't get on the brakes too hard, but dive the car back in onto the inside and use that exit speed with the downhill trajectory of the corner. 4th gear, accelerating, 5th gear coming our way. Use all the corner if you can. If you want to get around here, that's for sure. Maximise every bit of the circuit you can. Heavy braking, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Run it wide. Apex mid to late at the exit of the corner. Right into that ripple strip. Just a hit of oversteer there, not too bad. Mid-corner entry here. And that is awesome. Yeah, that's where you want to be. You slide the car through the middle of the turn because the rest of the turn sort of pulls you in on the right-hand side because it is on camber or it is a banked corner. 5th gear around the 2 sweeping left to righties, then the long sweeping left-hander coming our way. 4th gear, get brave, boys, get brave. Full throttle nil the whole way around. 2nd gear, dipping it in, just mid-corner here. Try not to oversteer too much on the exit, balance it on the rear. Get the car turned in early, wide entrance into this with a shallow and a late exit. Run the car right out to the roof strip, maximise all the circuit you can at full throttle. 4 beans around the final corner, 207 k's an hour. Don't you worry about that, with 220 on the exit. And then we fly our way down, up. You can't even see the sea until you get over the top of the rise there. And that is a lap here at Simsational TV for your track guide around Phillip Island. Now, the times are close, boys. The times are close. These are a fixed setup as well. For anyone else that wants to get out there, these are fixed setup cars. We only have adjustment to the front wing, your brake bias, and your tyre pressures / fuel. So that is it. Everything else is fixed. So you can play around with only like 2 settings that will make the car drive any differently. And the rest is all up to where you put it on the track. I hope that has been educational. If you have any feedback and comments that you would like to see more or less of as well on these videos, please, for the love of God, let me know, because I want to know what you guys are into and what you guys aren't into. If there are things that you need, techniques, whatever, exit lessons, doesn't matter. I'm here. I can help you with that as well. But for now, that is it here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zach O'Reilly. That is Phillip Island. Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. It is happening here at Wednesday Cup at AK Racing. Get there, get onto the Discord and join if you haven't already. We have got 30 drivers already signed up, ready to go, and that's going to be hot on the collar around Phillip Island to give you the hot tip. But without further ado, I've been Zach O'Reilly. Thanks for watching, and we will see you for the next Hotlap series coming your way from the V8 Supercars. Bye for now.